Hello guys and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you guys are here and I am excited to do the second part of our Birmingham Southern Estate. This house is the one that I did previously, just the outside and the main necessities, so that it would be just the outside and necessities that you'd find when you move in. This is after everybody's moved in and we have everything finished. So I kind of go through these couches and then I go around and I'm trying to figure out what would look good, and nothing looks good. So I do end up changing the couch, but here we are just putting on the TV, and we did a fireplace with some stone. I tried to keep it kind of the same color so that we could do it, but in here I'm just trying to figure out what to put over there, but now I'm just trying to figure out what to put here. So we settle on a Parenthood couch, or was it Parenthood couch with the Moschino style armchairs, and let me just say, everybody gives a lot of flack to Moschino, how it's just like a clothing brand, but I have been known to use a lot of their stuff. The armchair, the cameras that we got, I just felt like it was a very nice addition to the build, and that actually does go in the office. But yeah, here I am just putting in just some random clutter. I wanted to make it look cohesive and together, but in the middle, since we kind of have some empty space, I put in a piano, and then I'm putting in a nook kind of thing for their like breakfast nook that they can eat at, but they don't have to. I was gonna do this like 8 table, but then I was like, no, this is way too big. So I live with it for a second, and then I kind of go out and do some more stuff in the build, clutter some things up. I had just, before doing this, had changed my mods folder, like moved it out of my actual build, out of my mods folder. I moved all my mods out of the folder, so I didn't have my red shelf, and I usually have that red shelf, and so it's really hard to build without the red shelf. So I'm going to end up putting that in for the next video after the next video. So the Friday video. I am so it was really hard. But in here we use a lot of just different stuff. I want to talk about the type or the packs used. So we use Parenthood, we use Get Together, Moschino. I sized this down just so I can put that up on the shelf there. We also use just everything basically. It's pretty funny. Like I said in the previous video, I actually don't have all of the packs, which would be surprising for a builder. Like, you don't have all the packs? Why? I don't have all the packs because I feel like I'm not restricted in gameplay at all. And yeah, so. Oh, there is a Spa Day incense holder, but it wouldn't matter if you had that or not. So, yeah, we were able to fit in a lot actually, which I was so happy about. And then cats and dogs is used pretty heavily throughout the build. Like I said, I'm still living with that thing over there. I think I use cats and dogs. No, I use university chairs. Well, university's used. Then we have the flowers that I liked. I use a bonsai tree. Seasons I use for some paintings. Cats and dogs for a fireplace. So I'll make sure I put everything down below like usual. But I did this little cute chair from university with a base game plant just because I really liked it. I felt like it was very cohesive. In the last part, I said that I would probably move the Spencer Kim Lewis family back in here. I actually did not, and I added my own family in here for gameplay for me because I really liked this build and this home. So I wasn't thinking about it, and I just moved them in. But I was listening to my old one, trying to figure out if I had said anything that I wanted to repeat in this video, and I didn't. But I heard that I said that, and I was like, whoops. But yeah, it is what it is. But it's going to fit a bar out there. That's like, nah. They need to work, and they might need a drink while they're working. So I put it in the office. It can just be an extra place for you to set things or switch it out for some of the counters. That's fine too. But yeah, this is pretty much coming together. Just put the chore board up there in case you wanted to move your people in here. This will be up on the gallery. When this is up, it'll be up on the gallery. But I put a don't make the llama table here, and then also I put a ping pong table, and I think I put one more thing, foosball table. And just that way, if the daughter or anybody had friends over, if the kids had friends over, they could go and play the game. But yeah, it was pretty easy. I've noticed that since playing for me, I've made some changes to the home. So, like, I put a rug under the piano, and I did that all off camera, but that will be on the gallery. So, all of the stuff that I have done will be on the gallery. All the things that I've changed. And then I will be putting my family up on the gallery when the save file goes in, and they will be they won't be in the gallery per se, they'll be in the catalog where you can play as them, and their story is in there as well. So, when I do my save file. But I do a little plant hanging thing. I'm just kind of all over the place when I build. I basically do it a floor at a time. So I just kind of move things ever so often. But I kind of stay with a room for a few, and then I'm like, I actually think I should go into this room now. So I move around a lot, but yeah. In this build, it's like one of my only builds. I did not put a sandbox. So I'm going to do that for the next part, for the next build. But the next build that is going to be up on Wednesday will be another apartment renovation. Like I said, I'm redoing the apartments, so I'm redoing 10, 13 Medina Studios, I think. Or 10, 12, or 13, 12. Because I did 13, 10. I don't know. The Chic Street apartments. That's the one that I did. And I loved it. It was quite a challenge because in the one that I did, it's the one with the tape and the dude on it, and it is just, yeah, it's, I wanted to cover that up, so I had to move around the floor plan a lot, but I got it covered up, and I think it looks nice. It's a very starter one. I'll explain that more in that video because it didn't take very long. So, and then I went to announce I am doing 2 new series coming up, where one I pick a city, and I'm going to look at like real estate listings and do it that way. So I will be looking at cities and then basically taking what I find from the city and then moving that and making that in The Sims. So that's super cool. And the next series I'm going to do is where I'm going to do Build With Me's, which is basically the whole type of, I'm just going to say, I'm going to show you guys what the do's and don'ts are, just like I normally would, but this way you'll actually see from a builder's perspective, and I know a lot of people do this, the Build With Me's, they split it into so many different parts. And yeah, I think that that's a good idea. But instead of me just kind of going through and talking about stuff, I'm solely going to be talking about the build as I go through, and they will be long builds. They will be long videos too. So just be forewarned on that. I try and keep it under 30 minutes as best as possible for all my builds. But I am really looking forward to that. And then in the next few months, I am going to be doing a Let's Play or LP. I'm going to be doing an LP here soon, which I'm really looking forward to because it's one of my absolute favorite things to do is Let's Plays. And I'm never like it's a great one to watch too. I love watching it. But yeah, so I'm super excited about the Let's Plays. And it's going to be on the family that I have now. So I wanted to get the daughter to be a teenager. So once she's a teenager, and there's not really any like me trying to figure out anything, she will start the Let's Play. So it's going to be based on Callie and Kelly, who Callie is the it's Kelly's the grandma, Callie's the mom, and then her daughter is Brooklyn. So there'll be a storyline of why they are living together and what happened. I have that all written down and all put together. And then I have been recording little bits of gameplay so that I can do like flashbacks, which I'm super excited about. So it will be super fun. But yeah, what I'm trying to do now is just kind of clutter up the master bedroom. I spent like I was talking the entire time, but I wanted to kind of give this room some, ambiance and just some nice little, placement of flowers. And I wanted this build to seem like they had lived here for a while and we're gonna live here for a while. So I tried to clutter it up as much as possible. But the master bedroom has a walk-in closet. This does not, because you'll see why. But this is, for my purposes, this is Callie's room, who is the mom of Brooklyn, but the daughter of Kelly, if that makes any sense. Or Kathy. Kathy's the mom's name. It was so... I had planned on putting the build in, or the thing in, but it just didn't work. So, we put a shower in and stuff. But that was the only bathroom that I didn't decorate in the last one, which was so weird. I was like, why didn't I decorate this? But I think I had planned on doing two walk-in closets for this room, which didn't make any sense because I would have done a smaller one. It doesn't really matter. But, I made sure that her room was green and looked very nice. But this whole thing, I wanted to make it so that she could have a nice yoga place for her home, like for doing yoga at home, because in university right now she is taking yoga 101, and I definitely was super excited to include that because I was like, well, that's perfect. But I just put all these plants. This is called her Zen corner, and so she is just very nice and relaxed in this area. I just put a little yoga mat in here, and when you know it, the color went with it. I was so happy. The color was the same. It was beautiful. And yeah, so I loved it. But I love all the luscious overgrown green in this room. I do size that down just a few smidges, and I bring a light over here. And then I just bring that in, and yeah. So there's no closet in here, but I feel like there is a dresser. There's no dresser even. Okay, well that's gonna change. I will put a dresser in for, because even this has a dresser. This room has a dresser, and it even has a walk-in closet. and so does the master. So I will be putting that in there before it goes up on the gallery. But yeah, so I felt like since she was her daughter, that Brooklyn was the daughter, so she was also into it. So I gave her a yoga mat in the pink color, and then I just kind of cluttered up her walls with, nice little stuff. But yeah, it was a pretty simple, easy build for the most part. The inside was kind of challenging at some points, but yeah, it was a really fun build. But we're gonna move on to the guest room now. The guest room was not so cluttered. It just has a dresser. I do move the door from the bathroom on the outside because I'm like, wait, the toddler room doesn't have a bathroom. And the guest room, I feel like they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows? But then I'm trying to figure out the blue that I want in here. I was thinking a toddler boy. This could be a toddler girl's room. Who knows? Whatever you'd like to put in here. Whoever you'd like to put in here. But yeah, so super exciting to do. Definitely very fun. I tried to clutter up his walls with like photos of things. I feel like he's very much like his dad in a way. I'm just trying to plan ahead. So they're gonna have a toddler boy. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun with it. Put a little lamp up here. And I did a toddler potty downstairs in this like half bath. But then I realized that, oh crap, and I moved the door. So you'll walk into the shower, but that's about it. So yeah, it's just me adding in a few clutter objects now. And just adding in a bookshelf or 2 or 3 at the end. I think I add in one in the corner right there and one on the landing by the stairs. But I do just kind of go around and put in some rugs just so that it kind of is a nice looking cohesive style. And my mouse had been acting up, so it wasn't working. But I got the beige right. I got everything correct, so I was super happy about that. And then I put in a bookshelf, and then I go on over on the other side and put a bookshelf in over here. I put a chess table on this side as well, just to add some skill building things. And then, yeah, I don't think that I do very much else other than just put some stuff on the walls, do this kind of weird placement thing. But yeah, it was super fun, and I loved it so much. But yeah, I wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. We are almost to the end here. And if you haven't yet, please comment, like, and if you totally haven't done anything yet, please subscribe and hit those bell notifications so that you are notified when I post another video, because that way you can keep apprised to the new projects coming up and everything else. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have an amazing time watching this, and that it was super helpful for you. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys later, and we'll see you guys in the next part. Bye, guys.